So Denver Broncos has plans on cutting Russell Wilson on Monday the 13th, which is the first day of the NFL year of 2024. It's crazy because of what Denver had to offer in order to get Russell Wilson. That's what's crazy. But they was willing to take that hit. So right now, the Denver Broncos will be taking an $85 million hit in dead cap money. That means the player's no longer on the team, but they still got to play this player. That's how bad they was done. The GM and Sean Payton, the head coach, they was done to Russell. They was willing to do that. There is no backup plan for him. So they right now, they have a quarterback on the roster, but I don't think they really have a lot of plans for him. They end up benching Russell towards the end of the season. I think he missed like the last 2 games, I want to say. That's crazy that they're willing to take that much of a cap hit to cut this man to get rid of him. That's how bad it is for Russ with the Broncos. So the 13th, it's official. They already informed the man that they're going to release him. So he's pretty much going to be a free agent. So whoever wants him really going to get him for the cheap because Denver Broncos got to pay 90% of their salary. That's still owed. That's what it is. Now, as far as Russell Wilson, I don't think he's still a starter. I don't think he's a starting quarterback no more. I think, truth be told, I think the Broncos made a bad decision with him to even trade for him. And let's go over that trade. Let's go over what the Denver Broncos was willing to give up in order to get Russell Wilson. I guess they thought this was prime Russell Wilson. No, this has been Russell Wilson because he wasn't good his end of his tenure at Seattle. So I don't know what they seen in him. Maybe they felt like a change of scenery, a change of conference, a change of leadership probably would have helped him. It didn't. And Sean Payton's supposed to be the guru whisperer. The quarterback whisperer, the guru of offense. He restores quarterbacks' careers and lifespans in the league. That's not the case. Not for Russell Wilson, what? So, what is Denver going to be willing to do in the draft? Are they going to be willing to trade up? Look here, the Bears have their number 1 overall pick. Caleb Williams is always available if Denver's ready to make another boatload of picks for the coming draft. Look, you traded for a bum-ass quarterback like Russell Wilson. Why not trade for a young up-and-coming quarterback like Caleb Williams? That's my question to Denver. Why wouldn't you do that? So this is what they end up giving to Seattle for Russell Wilson. The Broncos gave up 3 players, 3 starters. 3 guys that started for the Denver Broncos, not necessarily for Seattle, but 3 starters and 4 draft picks. So they gave up Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and Noah Fant. Those are the players. Drew Lock is a quarterback. Shelby Harrison is a defensive tackle, and Noah Fant is a tight end. Now, are these killer players? No, they're not. Drew Lock is more of a backup type quarterback. Now, Noah Fant is a pretty decent tight end. He's a starter type tight man. I think he could start for a lot of teams. Shelby Harris, I don't know a lot about him, so I can't really speak on him. But those are 3 players that started for the Denver Broncos that they was willing to give up. So guess what? That gave Seattle options. But along with that, they got the 2022 first pick and second pick and a 5th pick, along with 2023 first and second round pick. So that's That's 5 players in a draft. I'm sorry, I said 4. That's 5 players in the draft they gave up. But 4 out of the 5 was first and second rounders. That's a lot. It depends, I know everybody's philosophy is not always building a team through the draft, but most teams' philosophies is building through the draft. That's what the Birds are currently doing, trying to build through the draft, not through free agency, building through the draft. Of course, you can have some sprinkle here and there, to the veterans and some quality backups and all of that. You need those guys. But I really feel like you could build a team through the draft. And with what Seattle got, they really could, because some of those players end up being real good starters for them. That's crazy. That's crazy. So the Broncos end up signing Russ to a 5-year, $242.6 million. That's a lot of bread. 5 years. That's a long time for a guy. I don't feel like that was good enough. Truth be told, I don't. But they was willing on making that deal, and they did make that deal. Don't let me cut it short. They did make that deal, and I think it was a bad deal for the Denver Broncos. And so now they are willing to let the man go with an $85 million cap hit. Damn, what is that saying about you, Russ? Now, there's a lot of teams that need quarterback. So there's going to be opportunities out there for Russ to get a job. Please believe that. There's a lot of teams that need quarterback. So they're going to get him for the cheap. Now, whether them teams think that he's a starter or a good backup, that's left for them to determine that. Let me say this. Denver, what are you going to do? What is your plans for the quarterback position? You signing a veteran wasn't a success for you. Now, of course, it was before, because when you had Peyton Manning, you end up winning the Super Bowl. So you had some success. A lot of great stats, put up big numbers. The next time y'all went to that well, it was dry. So what's the plans for the 24 draft for y'all? What is the plans? Because right now, y'all in a dire need of a quarterback. What you going to do?